Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They say art is life, and we see it all around us, especially on our Thursday shows. And today, Nimi Izulu is with us. He's known as the Paintertainer, right? He seamlessly navigates between roles as a performer, and adventure painter during the day and an experimental fine artist by night. You can tell that he is a man of many talents and a creative one at that. You're welcome, Nimi. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Great.
Yeah.
So which of you is sitting here on the couch right now? Is it the Paintertainer or Nimi Izulu?
I think 50-50. A bit of Nimi Izulu is here and a bit of the Paintertainer is here as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving the calm demeanor and especially your style,
Thank
Shege
you.
Asakba. We'll get to that right quickly, but
Yeah.
let's talk about some of your, artwork. I was practically blown away by the artwork over there of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And for the first time, I'm, coming into the world of, a real life artist as yourself, with the material that you used in creating that, which is the stencils. And I can imagine that it took a lot of work because while you were describing it, I'm like, okay, a lot of work and hats went into that. So quickly talk to us about that.
Okay, so yes, this is the stencil. I use stencils to create some of my paintings. I think most of my paintings. And sometimes I like to honor people. I was really inspired by Dr. Okonjo-Iweala, and I decided to do that painting for her birthday.
Oh, okay. Did she get to see it?
I hope she did, but it's out there on the internet. However, so when I'm not painting, when I'm not in the studio painting fine art, I could be on stage performing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where Nimi the Paintertainer comes in.
Okay.
I make paintings in less than 2 minutes. I engage with my audience and we create art. So that's basically my my process.
Now, quickly, let's talk about you on stage painting, because I've seen a couple of people, a few people do that. And that was like require a lot of special skill. Doing something, creating something beautiful in just few minutes. How did you get to that stage in your life as an artist?
Yeah, thank you for that. It took years of training. I mean, I had formal training in school, in uni.
Okay.
Studied fine arts, actually. But, I mean, none of these things that I do to the degree that I do them are taught in school. So it took a lot of personal study, years of failures, and sometimes embarrassing ones. I remember having gigs that I did, a lot of nonsense at. And it got me to this point. So I kept refining, I kept trying. It was trial and error over time. And then I go here. I wouldn't say that I'm perfect yet, but I'm a work in progress. But so far, I think
you could say you're proud of your work.
Very proud of what I do. Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Now that is quite an interesting painting right behind you. That's a painting of Fela, and I love this. I can tell that you use stencils to create that.
Yes.
And talk to us about that.
Okay, so in 2022, last year, I started a mini-series called Fela, the Brand That Never Dies, a mini-series of 5 paintings of Fela in different styles. Yeah, I was just trying to understudy the Fela brand.
Okay.
Fela has iconic things he says, like, yeah.
I see it's a representation of him. In sort of
Thank you so much. So yeah, pretty much that. And I created the stencils. I'm really inspired by Banksy. Banksy is a British painter. He's anonymous, but he's famous, and he uses the stencil style. And I'm also inspired by Andy Warhol, who are like legends in the art world.
Okay.
So I put together my style. So in my style, you see a little bit of that, and that's what you can see in the Fela painting.
Okay.
You see a lot of color, but you also see this unison, like it's like what they call it's just a vector-like image. So that's, I think.
How long did it take to create that?
Okay, so a lot of work gets done prior to the painting. When you're working with stencils, you have to create the stencil, you have to cut it.
Okay.
Oh, and my cutter and I are always in battle because it has to be perfect. It's whatever you cut or come out. So we cut the stencils, we create them, and then the ones or the things that people see on stage or on Instagram or social media, it's just like 2 minutes. Most of the work has been done in the background. The color arrangements, how it's going to look like when it's done, because at that point you're not really working consciously. You're just flowing. So you have to do all of that back end planning prior.
Okay, quickly, I would like us to talk about the it's a lookalike of the Nigerian symbol. Not exact. So I see brands on there that we are not allowed to, because I mean we're not promoting those brands.
Yeah.
But quickly talk to us about. I feel like it sort of represents Nigeria in some way, because we have those brands, and it sort of tells the story of a Nigerian hustler. Coming back from work, you're tired, stuck in traffic. What is your go-to meal? Representing the shege and sakpa,
Yes.
which you have coming up. So quickly talk to us about that, because we have to go.
Okay, so the piece right there is titled "The Seal of the Citizens of Nigeria." It's one piece, or the showpiece, from my upcoming exhibition titled "Shege and Sakpa," this Sunday, the 10th of December.
Okay.
Now, the piece, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I think I'd like the audience or whoever is watching who's interested to actually come to the gallery, to the opening, and you will get more. But like you said, that is just a symbol to represent the ordinary Nigerian citizen and the Nigerian hustler and whatever they go through. So I decided to bring that here to just like give like a snippet
of it. I mean, I can't wait to see more of the Nigerian struggle, because it's our story, and who better to tell it other than us. Thank you so much for representing our struggle, in arts, and we get to see more of it at your exhibition this Sunday. Thank you so much, Nimi, for being here today.
My pleasure, always.
And wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have to go on a quick break now. The show continues shortly. We have Susan Festus waiting, and she'll be right here on the couch joining us in a bit. Stay with us.